The United States and China, the two largest economies shaping our world today. But how do they compare? Which one holds the edge in GDP, trade, technology, and global influence? Let's dive deep and uncover the truth. First up, let's talk about the size of their economies. As of 2024, the USA boasts a nominal GDP of approximately $29.17 trillion, making it the largest economy in the world. On the other hand, China has a nominal GDP of about $17.76 trillion, securing its position as the second largest economy. However, when we factor in purchasing power parity, China takes the lead. With higher domestic purchasing power, China's economy is technically larger. But what about per capita income? The USA has a significantly higher GDP per capita at around $82,715 compared to China's $12,600. This highlights the difference in living standards and average income between the two nations. Growth is where the real competition lies. The U.S. economy is growing steadily at 2 to 3%, but China, even with a slight slowdown, still leads with 4 to 5% annual growth. Over the past decades, China has transformed itself from a developing nation into a global economic powerhouse. The U.S. economy is predominantly service-based, with services contributing a massive 80.2% of GDP. Sectors like finance, healthcare, and technology dominate. On the other hand, China is still an industrial giant, with industry making up 38.3% of its GDP. But here's the twist: China's service sector now accounts for 54.6% of GDP, signaling a transition into a more consumption-driven economy. Both nations are evolving in ways that reflect their unique strengths and priorities. Population is a key factor in economic growth. The U.S., with its 332 million people, has a smaller but highly skilled and productive workforce. Immigration continues to play a vital role in keeping the labor force dynamic and innovative. China, with 1.41 billion people, boasts the largest labor pool in the world. However, its aging population poses significant challenges. By 2050, China's working-age population is projected to shrink drastically, putting pressure on its economy. The United States is the world's largest consumer, importing goods from across the globe. It runs a trade deficit, particularly with China, as it imports far more than it exports. China, however, is the undisputed leader in exports, shipping everything from electronics to textiles around the world. Its trade surplus has fueled decades of economic growth. But rising tensions and trade wars with the U.S. are beginning to reshape this dynamic. When it comes to technology, the U.S. has traditionally been the leader. Companies like Apple, Google, and Microsoft are household names worldwide. The U.S. also invests heavily in research and development, driving innovation across industries, but China is catching up. Companies like Huawei, Tencent, and Alibaba are at the forefront of AI, 5G, and electric vehicles. In fact, China is the world's largest electric vehicle producer and leads in renewable energy technologies. Every giant faces challenges. For the U.S., income inequality, political polarization, and reliance on foreign manufacturing are growing concerns. Meanwhile, China is battling an aging population, property market instability, and mounting debt in its local governments. Global influence is another battleground. The US dollar remains the world's reserve currency, cementing its economic power. Meanwhile, China's Belt and Road Initiative is reshaping global trade routes as it invests in infrastructure across Asia, Africa, and Europe. The USA and China are not just economies, they are global forces shaping our future. One leads with innovation and services, the other with manufacturing and rapid development. Who will dominate the next century? Only time will tell.